Alright, so today is going to be our first day to work with printmaking. And printmaking is when you make a piece of art and then you roll ink on top of it and you put another piece of paper on top, you smush it a little bit, rub on it, and then you peel it off and now you have another image. So it's almost like using a stamp. And a stamp is another word for printmaking because you're making a print of what you've already used. Or like a printer, you're printing out something that you found online that you want to print out, and it's transferring the image from your computer to your printer, so you have it now to hold. So it's the same kind of thing. This was how, way back when, before printers, these things were done. So what we're going to do first is make our planning. So the planning we're going to do is actually a really small piece of paper. It's 4 inches by 6 inches, and we're going to be making a print of a map. And this map is going to be really special to you. It's going to be anything that has to do with a journey that you've been on with your family. So if you've moved, or if you've gone on vacation, or if you've walked to the park and then explored in the forest and then come back and played on the swings, and anything like that can be your map. So I'm going to take my paper, and what the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say that I'm starting my adventure at my house. So I'm going to draw my house. And you guys are going to use a pencil, but I'm using a marker so that you guys can actually see. So I'm taking my time. I'm drawing what my house looks like, thinking about what shape my windows are. I know that there's another window on top of my house over here. And then I have a window here, and another curved window over here. And then I have both of my garage doors. And then I have stairs leading up to my house over here. Do the little lines like the stairs. And then I have a railing, so my railing goes across. My front door's over here, and I have a little thing that sticks off. Alright, and then I have my driveway, and so I can draw my driveway, and then I have some trees over here and some bushes. So I can draw all those details, and you still have a really good idea of this being my house. If I want, I can come back in, and I can draw all the little parts of the window. The more details that you add to this, the more it's going to look like your house or like the place you're going with your family. So, my house. So the journey that I'm going to go on is the journey to Jamaica. So I haven't gone on this trip yet, but I'm going to go on. So I'm going to start out at my house. But then I'm going to have to drive to the airport. Now, if I were trying to show on a map how to drive, what's the type of line that you might find? So if I'm driving on the road, is there a line on the floor? Yeah. There's that dashed line. So a dashed line is like a full line that's broken up in the middle. So I'm going to draw a big dashed line like I'm driving. And notice I didn't just draw a line. I'm actually making it pretty thick so you can see where it is. And I'm not making it straight. I'm kind of curving it around. And so then I'm going to go to the airport. And how can I represent an airport? I could draw a plane. Exactly. So, I'm going to draw the nose of my plane and the big back. Planes kind of look to me like dolphins. And it's got the big engine. Comes over there. I can see that. Maybe it's got its landing gear out so it can land. Alright. So that's my... Oh, and I think planes have little things in the back here too. Okay, so that's my plane. So I went from my house and I drove to the airport. Now, how can I represent that I'm going in the sky? That I'm taking that airplane and I'm going somewhere? Ideas. I could just draw like a big arching line. I could draw clouds. I could draw birds. All of these things could represent how I'm going to do this. And so I'm actually going to draw some puffy clouds to show, and I'm going to overlap them. Notice I'm filling up my space as much as possible. And I'm gonna say I'm gonna go around my house. So those are my puffy clouds that are saying I went from my house, I drove to the airport, and now I flew with my puffy clouds to a new country. The country is Jamaica. I can think about all the things I'm going to see, and I think that I'm going to see some puka shells. And puka shells are those white shells that are kind of open in the middle. So I'm going to draw one of those shells. So I think I'm going to see some puka shells. And that's going to represent where I landed. And now I can think about all the fun things that I'm going to do while I'm there. So I think that I'm going to go in the ocean. So I can say I'm going to swim. So I'm drawing some waves. And then I think I might go snorkeling. So I might draw some flippers. Like I'm going snorkeling. Maybe I want 2 of them. See how I have things overlapping each other? They're not just by themselves. And maybe I'm going to play on the beach with a beach ball. So I can draw my beach ball. And so I'm going to do a lot of fun things while I'm here. Notice again, I'm filling up my space. But then I think I'm going to have to, when I'm totally done, and I might be really tired from doing all of these things, so maybe I'll draw a pillow because I'm going to be so tired. This is my journey that I've gone on. That's my pillow. And then maybe the very last thing is I'm going to say I'm going to fly again. So I'm going to draw my clouds. And then maybe the last thing is I'm going to drive back home. So you see how it started and it ended, and I said what I did, where I went, and how I got there. So that's the first thing that you're going to do to make your map of where you went with your family. Have any questions? Just ask me.